Now let's quickly talk about cleanup. Cleanup is from a pen test perspective here. So what I'm going to tell you is from a pen test perspective. We'll talk about the hacker perspective after this. But when you're cleaning up, these are things that are best practice to do. The overall goal of a cleanup is to make sure that you leave the network the same as it was when you entered it. Okay, so if you're adding any executables or any scripts or any files to a machine, make sure you take all of those off, delete all of those files. If you were to add malware or rootkits, or you add a user account like we talked about in persistence, please remove all of those. And lastly, make sure that you set your configurations back to the original configuration. So you might have to modify an application, or you might have to modify the registry to get something to work. And if you do that, please make sure you're setting your configurations back, and this will allow you to leave the machine just the way you found it. Now, to talk about really quick about what cleanup means from a more red team perspective, or when they talk about it in a hacking term, cleanup means to make it look like you were never there, which is how this is as well. But it goes even deeper into eliminating yourself from log files. So when you log into a computer and you create a system event, you want to go in and delete that so that you're harder to track. Or if you're creating any kind of log file at all, you want to go clear the logs so that you are harder to track. You want it to look like you were never there, so that if somebody's going in and doing forensics or going in and just looking for your traces, they're not going to be able to tell at all. As a pen tester, we don't really worry about that. We just want to make sure that the client is back at the way they were when we left it. We do not want to leave malware on a computer or a user account or anything on there that somebody can later exploit, because that's really bad on us and it's really bad for the client. So hopefully that makes sense, what cleanup is and what the difference is between a pen tester and a potentially a black hat hacker or even a red teamer. So that is it for this section. Congratulations, you made it all the way through networking. We are like 20 hours into the course now, so you have been a persistent person, and amazing if you made it this far. So strap in, we're in the home stretch. We're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the web app enumeration. We're gonna revisit that, and we're going to talk about the OWASP top 10 and some common exploits on the web application side. So I will see you over in the next section.